Hey guys, it's your tech girl Mary and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So nagbabalik na naman tayo sa isa na namang smartphone ng Vivo. But this time, we will be talking about yung kanilang bagong-bagong flagship phone, which is the X80 Pro. Actually, no guys, this time, Vivo released two new smartphones doon sa kanilang X80 series. We have the Vivo X80 and again, the X80 Pro. Last year, para lang din may background kayo, they released 3 smartphones sa X70 series nila sa other countries, but here in the Philippines, yung regular X70 yung na-release lang. So yeah, it's been a while since tayo ay nagkaroon ng Pro version, kaya naman excited ako para sa video natin na to. Well, alam nyo no, according to Vivo, this is the best camera technology right now in the Philippine smartphone market. So yes, bold claim yon, and I do have a lot of expectations right now. Without further ado, mag-proceed na tayo sa ating very quick unboxing. As you can see here, we got here yung usual packaging ng kanilang flagship phone, which is naka-square shape siya. And kung makikita nyo, it is co-engineered with Zeiss. Quick recap, hindi naman ito yung first time guys na nakipag-partner ang Vivo with Zeiss. Kung maaalala nyo, yung unang-unang nilang partnership started with the Vivo X60 series. Anyway, going back sa unboxing video natin, as you can see, smartphone agad yung makikita natin. And yup, let's remove the plastic para mas ma-appreciate nyo yung ganda niya. And it looks really unique for a Vivo smartphone. And then, of course, we have another box here at dito nakalagay yung USB Type-C cable natin, the earphones na USB Type-C din, and yung mga libreng ear tips. And meron din tayo, of course, yung kanyang power brick. And sa kabilang box, we got here naman yung ating panundot or the SIM tool, and of course, yung ating libreng case. And I like the case actually, guys. It's very flagship-like. And maganda na it really blends well doon sa smartphone. As you would notice, no, yung kanyang pinaka-camera setup, medyo it can be overwhelming to some. When I first saw it, medyo ganun din yung naramdaman ko since first time ko rin makakita ng Pro version. But that was at first lang. Nung nalaman ko na yung purpose ng each lenses, I started appreciating it more. Unang-una, we got a 50 megapixels main camera. Actually, this is a custom-made sensor from Vivo. Quick background lang, itong sensor na to guys, it's not technically new, but still an upgrade naman from their 2-year-old GN1 sensor. Next, meron naman tayong 48 megapixels ultra-wide camera na gumagamit ng Sony IMX598 sensor. Third, we got a 12 megapixel gimbal portrait camera that uses a Sony IMX663 sensor. If you remember, no, yung gimbal stabilization that supported yung mga ultra-wide lenses nila before, nilipat siya to support the 2x portrait lens. And lastly, of course, meron naman tayong 8 megapixels telephoto lens na merong OIS with 5x optical zoom and a 60x digital zoom. So yes, alam ko medyo technical or hindi masyadong madaling maintindihan yung mga sinabi kong hardware specs niya, pero at least you guys know what you're paying for. And para naman sa ating pinaka-selfie camera, we got a 32 megapixels with f2.5 aperture. Anyway, bukod sa ating mga camera lenses sa kanyang back panel, there's a text called Zeiss T coating. And take note, lahat ng lenses na meron tayo sa likod has the Zeiss T coating, which really helps guys na ma-reduce yung reflections or ghosting on images or image flare. Actually, mamaya makikita nyo yan sa sample shots natin. And also guys, if we were to dig deeper doon sa kanyang pinaka-camera mismo, it houses a Vivo V1 Plus chip na nakakatulong to take better low light photos or any photos that is against the light. Like for example na lang kapag tayo ay nagtitake ng photos against the light, pwede nating itap yung on AI video enhancement or same with taking photos as well. It really helps guys na mas ma-optimize yung mga night, sky, and food images natin. Also no, while taking photos, Kung mapapansin nyo, it comes with a quick Zeiss button shortcut to reduce saturation level by -20. So it's up to you na lang kung ano yung preference nyo when taking photos, kung gusto nyo ba ng medyo mas natural tignan, or you prefer a photo na mas may kulay. Actually, when compared side by side, hindi masyadong nalalayo yung kulay nila unless, of course, tititigan nyo ng maigi. Now, in terms of real-world use, tignan natin guys yung 4 na lenses na kinunan natin as a one set. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung X80 Pro talagang may magandang optical focal length versatility from 114-degree ultra-wide all the way up to 5 times optical zoom. Na-maintain niya, I would say, it was consistent in terms of color temperature. And speaking of the colors, hindi masyadong exaggerated, lalo na pag ginagamit natin yung 5 times optical zoom dahil most flagship phones, nag-iiba na yung kulay kapag nagzo-zoom na tayo. Which is why, kung mapapansin nyo, yung night images natin side by side with the iPhone 13 Pro Max and the Vivo X80 Pro, mas maayos yung highlights and talagang mas nalesen yung ating mga glare sa Vivo X80 Pro. And hindi lang ito sa main camera, but katulad na rin sa ultra-wide camera. Uulitin ko, this is because all the cameras na meron tayo dito sa likod has the Zeiss T-Star coating. Also, tingnan nyo tong photo natin sa kotse. Masyadong blown out yung ilaw talaga natin doon sa iPhone 13 Pro Max photo as compared to the Vivo X80 Pro. And since we are already talking about guys yung night mode niya, photos taken by the standard mode talaga namang maganda, and I could say na talagang nag-improve yung ating mga night images. These are the type of photos na talagang social media worthy. By the way, when taking portrait images, if you remember, meron tayong iba't ibang klase ng style na pwede nating pagpilian before, katulad ng biotar, sonar, planar, and of course, Distagon. This time, we got an additional style which is what we call cinematic. Ngayon, in terms of taking videos, yung Vivo X80 Pro guys, kaya niyang mag-record up to 8K at 30 FPS para sa kanyang main camera, or even 4K at 60 FPS kung mas prefer nyo yung mas mataas na frame rate, while yung ultra-wide camera naman natin can shoot up to 4K at 60 FPS. And lastly, for our front camera, it can shoot up to 1080p at 30 FPS naman. Para mas ma-appreciate nyo yung video samples natin dito sa Vivo X80 Pro, gumawa ako ng montage nung pumunta kami sa Boracay and Batangas. So yes, I really had fun guys making this montage dahil medyo nasunog tayo, mayat maya ang beach natin, but then again, at least matatry natin yung video capability niya.
You got me singing way oh, oh. You look like a guy who could treat me right. Way oh. Boy, take a chance, will you let me ride? You got me singing way oh, oh. You look like a guy who could treat me right. Way oh. Boy, take a chance.
Now, it's time to talk about the design. Actually, isa lang yung kulay na meron tayo for the Pro version, which is the Cosmic Black. I noticed para sa kanilang X series or yung flagship nila, meron talaga silang sariling design language. Kung hindi pa kayo familiar sa itsura ng iba pa nilang Pro versions from their previous X series, halos ganito rin yung itsura, iba lang yung shape ng ating mismong camera module. As you will notice with most flagship cameras, iisa lang talaga yung kulay. Black. And speaking of its circular module guys, kung mapapansin nyo, may parang mirror siya sa likod. Pwede siyang magamit for taking selfies kapag gusto natin na mas maganda yung cameras, of course. And isa pa sa napansin ko sa design niya, although indoors mukha siyang simpleng matte black finish lang, pag nilalabas na namin siya guys under direct sunlight, may shimmery finish siya that shines through. Siguro one thing na medyo nahihirapan lang ako sa phone is yung weight niya. I'll be very honest with you guys, isa to sa mga mabigat na smartphones na nahawakan ko. To be specific, it's 215 grams. Pero hindi naman nalalayo in terms of weight sa iba pang flagship phones na nasubukan na natin. Kung mapapansin nyo, sa bottom part ng phone, meron tayong USB-C port, primary mic, primary loudspeaker, and of course, yung ating card slot. Pwede tayong maglagay ng dalawang SIM cards back-to-back pero hindi po siya expandable via micro SD card. Isa pa napansin ko, meron siyang blue gasket. It means that the phone is IP68 rated for dust and water protection. Actually, no guys, nakakatawa lang kasi yung blue gasket, akala ko talaga it was because of the Zeiss branding kasi syempre blue din. Apparently, may reason pala talaga siya kung bakit ganon yung kulay niya. Very quickly, let's talk about naman its display. To be specific no guys, the phone has a 6.78-inch OLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate that also supports HDR10 and yung peak brightness niya guys, kayang umabot up to 1,500 nits. In terms of my experience sa display niya, it's pretty much what you'll get on your typical flagship phone. Isa pa, ang laking tulong nung Corning Gorilla Glass Victus protection niya front and back, lalo na nung dinala ko siya sa beach. Since alam naman natin that smartphones and of course sand doesn't mix well together. Now, in terms of battery and charging capability, itong Vivo X80 Pro has a 4,700 mAh of battery capacity, 200 more kung i-compare natin doon sa kanyang predecessor, which is the Vivo X70 Pro Plus. This phone is also capable to be charged up to 80 watt and 50 watt wireless flash charging. So yes, in terms of these aspects guys, talagang masasabi ko na bukod sa cameras niya, talaga namang panalo din. Nung ginamit ko guys yung 80 watt flash charge adapter, tayo ay nakakuha ng 0 to 100% in just 41 minutes. And in terms naman ng kanyang 50 watt wireless charging, we were able to get 0 to 100% in just 50 minutes. But again, do take note na maka-achieve lang natin to guys kapag ginamit natin yung kanilang very own flash charge wireless pad. Last but not the least, alam ko medyo mahaba na yung video natin pero promise, malapit na tayong matapos. The Vivo X80 Pro has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 paired with a 12GB of RAM and a 256GB of internal storage. Of course, we tried guys na mag-benchmark and yes, the X80 Pro scored well. And just like any flagship phone na may Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset, the X80 Pro really did perform well. Although it is widely used sa mga flagship smartphones natin right now, it did perform well naman. So yes, I wouldn't say na na-disappoint ako sa kanya. Now, pros and cons na tayo, no? Syempre, hindi ito pwedeng tawaging review kung sasabihin ko lang yung mga magagandang attributes ng phone. Para sa cons, unahin natin to, kakaunti lang naman. Unang-una is, of course, the lack of 4K video recording sa ating front camera. As someone who really likes taking videos ng 4K, medyo, of course, hinanap ko siya. Pangalawa, the phone can be slippery kapag walang case. So, I really suggest na gamitin natin yung libreng case sa loob ng box. For the pros, actually, madami akong nagustuhan dito sa phone, pero let's just cut it down sa tatlong naging paborito ko sa kanya. Unang-una, for me, it's one of the most complete camera system na nakita ko sa isang flagship phone for this year 2022. Hindi lang yon, it also has great output. Talaga namang magaganda yung images, hindi lang the photos itself, but also kapag kino-compare na with other flagship phones. Second thing I really like about this phone is mabilis siyang i-charge, mapa-wireless or wired man. As someone who is always on the go, na-appreciate ko yung fast charging capability niya. Third, or last but not the least, nagustuhan ko yung design niya. I'm not the type of person guys na mahilig sa black, alam niyo yan. I'm really into smartphones na may magagandang kulay, very catchy, yung kumbaga isang tingin mo lang mapapalingon ka talaga. Ito, kahit black lang yung kulay niya, para sa akin, nag-stand out pa rin yung kanyang design. Now, for the official price, yung Vivo X80 Pro retails for 59,999 pesos, while yung Vivo X80 naman retails for 45,999 pesos. So yeah, that's basically it guys para sa ating video all about the Vivo X80 Pro. And yes, talagang mas focused yung video natin today sa cameras niya. Sana nag-enjoy kayo, and kung medyo may mga tanong pa kayo na hindi ko nasagot, just put it in the comment section below. Again, it's your tech girl Mary, and see you on our next video. Bye guys!